What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot, and today we have in front of you the Transformers 1 Alpha Trion. Now, these are the mainline figures. This is not the Studio Series version. My son got this for me a couple of days ago, along with another Transformer, one of the Rock Lords. I think Boulder Clash or something. I got to look at the picture. But yeah, I got to do a review on that too, because I got a few Legends class figures or Core class figures I need to review. But this one right here really impressed me for being the simple version of the Transformers. Let me just say it looks really nice. And you would think like it looks like Kitty or something like that, but actually it's not. I'm really impressed with it. Like, you know, so far at Transformers 1, I've seen a lot of good stuff. Well, not a lot of good stuff. I've seen more shovelware, but the good stuff that they do have in the series does look good. And even the main versions that aren't Studio Series are looking pretty good. Though I will talk about the Studio Series 112 Optimus Prime in a minute. We're going to do this video first. So without further ado, we'll always look at the packaging. And basically you have a picture of the Alphatron in his beast mode. On here on the side, you have a picture of the main four casts: Orion, Pax, Optimus Prime, D16, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Alita 1, or Alita, I guess. Now on the back, you see that he is 15 steps to transform. He comes with a little knife-looking weapon and a sword. And that will become the horn and the tail on this beast. Like robot. Now, it kind of gives me the vibes of the Alpha Trion that was supposed to be released in the Universe line, which was a repaint of Snarl from Beast Machines, which was supposed to look like him, just repainted as him, never got released. And this kind of does match it. So let's keep that in mind. Of course, on the side, you get to see Alpha Trion. Now, I'm not a big fan of the head sculpt, but trust me when I say I can definitely overlook it. So this is the box. The instructions are in the box, as you can see there. The box is pretty nice too, though it's still why they don't want to. I ain't gonna talk about that. What the hell's the window? I mean, the plastic covering over the window. But anyway, we didn't get that. So we're gonna go over the robot, do some quick comparisons. Then we'll get him in robot mode, do another quick comparisons, and then I'll give my final thoughts. Let's go. So right off the bat, this beast here is like a lion with a horn on the front, and the colors, like I said, the thing looks good. So it's got a kind of like tannish gray, and these parts here look like metal, kind of remind me of like, you know, like kind of like how the Dinobots used to have those little things on the side. These are the legs right here. These are the front legs. Now, the first thing you're going to notice right off the back is there is no hollowness. No, look at this. There's no hollowness. Like here, yeah. That's about it. That's about all the waffle you can get. Other than that, on the sides, they are. But it's not noticeable because you won't notice it. But the overall back hind legs and the front legs have no waffling or anything like that. No waffling under here. The posability is pretty decent. The transformation is, ooh, this storm's coming. Transformation is easy enough, but I have to admit, man, I am really impressed with this thing. Now, this doesn't have like all the crazy articulation, because I know the articulation junkie is going to be like, what about articulation? Well, you can do this in the you know, I mean, lion, I guess it's like a lion or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to assume it's a lion because Titan's Return was a lion, but I mean, he's got this great, you know, the legs move, and I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. This figure really impressed me. Like, I wanted it, and I was so glad when I got it. It was just like, yo, we got to do the video. So yeah, without further ado, I had to. But yeah, it does look good. I mean, everything on it looks great. Simplicity, but good simplicity. That paint job is exquisite. Look at that. Look at that, man. This is pretty cool. So I'm wondering how the Studio Series version may look. We'll put that there for a second. And let's compare him to some other already transformed Alpha Trion figures, starting with, I think, hold on, I probably had to find him because I wasn't really feeling transforming my other Alpha Trion, so we'll show him off in robot mode. My official Alpha Trion is the Titanium Saint, until Hasbro releases that other one that's just not a repaint of Scourge, which that one is not bad either. Ooh, I better hurry up. It's starting to get dark outside. All right. It's getting dark. So here is Alpha Trion from Titan's Return. And this is where I think they got some inspiration from. But also, I will say the inspiration from that Snarl repaint that was supposed to come out is also prevalent here based on the colors. where Alpha Trion in the Titans Return was like a triple changer, because he actually turns into a spaceship, and the legs here are also used on Broadside. Broadside has very similar legs and very similar, Broadside was made kind of from this toy, so let's keep that in mind. But they, this, as much as I like and hate this figure, because it's Titans Return was like one of those, it could have been better if they had like the feet swivel, but we had to wait till War for Cybertron. Then also the other Alphatron we have, it's official from Hasbro, is the one in the Hero is Born set, which is the repaint of Scourge, retool of Scourge, and that's our other Alphatron until we get to the new Transformer line. It's not going to be called Legacy anymore. It's going to be called something else. As you can see there, these are our Beast War. This is our Beast Warrior here, which is interesting that he turns into a beast. I mean, I kind of want to see the movie because all the other ones turn to vehicles, and he's, how's he turn into a beast? What lore and things like that are we using? I want to see it, but I'm thinking it's its own lore. But this is what we got here. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and pause for the cause. Of course, we'll be back into it too. Get them everything transform and do comparisons with one other Alphatron. And then we'll call it a wrap. And then we'll go and run over to Prime. And there's one other video that we got to do. So stay tuned. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic. And we now have Transformers 1 Alphatron in his robot mode. Now, as I told you earlier, the tail becomes now a weapon and the horn in the front becomes like a dagger. We're going to take those out so we can get a better look at it. Yes, the ruler has been found. The ruler, if y'all know what I'm saying. All right, so let's look at the weapons first, because that's what we want to look at. And they're actually nice. I mean, this, like I said, if it's good, I'm going to give Hasbro props. It is what it is. It looks like that. Of course, you get this weapon. Now we're going to go over articulation real quick. Set these over to the side for a second before we put them back in his hand. As you can see here, just get a close-up of the head sculpt. Looks nice. Transformer Winnie. No faction symbols found on him. But he does have full waist swivel because it is part of the transformation. He has full arm rotation, bicep here. Does turn. And actually, because of the articulation, it does turn, even though the fist can't necessarily turn. You can kind of get a you know what I'm saying, with the fist on the side. Leg goes out to here, back to here behind his I call it main cape, and it can go even further. So I mean, you get a lot of articulation with this same little guy. And yes, he can Jean-Claude Van Damme, as you can see here. I'm impressed so far. The hollowness is in the legs, but you can't really see it. It's here. But if you look at the back, I mean, there's no hollowness except maybe, like I said, at the feet. But that's what impressed me about this figure, being that it's, the simple, mainline. It's actually pretty damn good. Now let's put the weapons back in and we'll compare them with some Alphatrons, and then we'll wrap this puppy up, because you pretty much know I'm pretty much happy with the figure. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ecstatic. I'm like, yo, this thing is tight. So we put the weapons in his hand like this. And plus I got to hurry up because I don't know what these rainstorms are going to do. And I got to get out of here and get on the road. So give me one moment here. That is Alphatron. And we're going to go ahead. I just want to get like a quick standing shot of him so you guys can see. And the next thing we're going to do is bring in some other Transformers. The next being my mostly complete Titans Return Alphatron, which is still one of my favorite Alphatrons. I know some people use him as a shattered glass, and I do use him as kind of a alternate version Alpha-Trion. I just got to do that. Next one is going to be the repaint from the Hero is Born set, which is still a good one too if you don't have Alphatron until the other one that they're supposed to release gets released. I know it went for cheap at one time, and I had to get it really at the regular price, which is my fault. Shouts out to Sean NC. He gave me all the time. Hey, Ed, did you get it? I never got it. So, but I didn't want to get it later on, and you can see here. Now, the differences is they are pretty much Voyager-sized warriors here. And then, of course, there is another Alpha Trion. Now, this is the Titanium Saint. This one came out in I want to say 2013, 2014. Some say 2015, but I got him in 2014. Pretty much the Titanium Saint is my definitive G1 Alpha Trion until the other one comes out. And we're just going to put him right here. This is still like my favorite Alpha Trion because of the fact that this came out well before this one, well, about almost 2 years before this one and way before this one. And it has modern articulation, and you can see that. Oh man, Alpha. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic and Editing, and you can see here all the other Alpha Trions next to this Alpha Trion, and that's all we really need to compare. Like I said, this Alpha Trion stays on my shelf. This one is in the box, but I still think this is a good one, and I always love this one. He has a place as one of my little hidden toys there. So, without further ado, we're gonna move everything out the way. We're done, man. I mean, that's it. What can I say? They did a good job with the figure, a simple figure. This is, I know everybody wants to hate on Hasbro. Hasbro don't do this, Hasbro do that, but I gotta say this again, and I'm gonna say it before, I'm gonna say it again. Hasbro makes Transformers. They are Transformers. Every other company that's not licensed by Hasbro don't make Transformers. It is what it is. If you don't like what I said, that's tough. But the point is, this is actually a very good, solid figure, and I'm impressed with it. And I'm really just surprised. I can't help but gush over this. Like, man, this thing looks really good. So, I mean, I got to give Hasbro their props. I like the figure hands down. So what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. You like the figure, you hate the figure, whatever, my man, or persons or women or whatever. I like this figure in a discussion. Super Robot Ed bringing more news and reviews. Till then, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.